Hello and welcome back to Tales of Lumin. I'm back. I got some stuff to talk about, and hopefully I will get through all of it in a reasonable time. I'm really bad at keeping these videos structured and actually talking about what I want to talk about, because I always just get sidetracked and then completely forget about the main reason I was even making the video in the first place by the end of it. It's tough. It's a tough life. So, I have a lot of internet-related things to talk about, which is, as always, mostly negative. You guys kind of expected that. You did. But there's some positive stuff that I haven't mentioned here on YouTube yet, and I think I'll start with that. Also, I might be uploading this video to Twitch. I don't know how the Twitch uploader, or Twitch uploading, or Twitch video manager works, but I'm just going to give it a try. Okay, so, fair warning, you might see this on Twitch. You'll definitely see it on YouTube, though. Okay? So, the positive news is that I am now an affiliate on Twitch as of, I think, around 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago or so. I'm not even sure when it was. I became an affiliate on Twitch. It seems like I was way over the requirements for that. I was sent an invitation in the mail. I saw it on the Twitch back end. I signed up immediately, and it's amazing. It's awesome. That means that people can now subscribe to me on Twitch and support me in doing so, which is great. It's something that I've wanted for a super long time, and I was so happy to see that pop up. I was so damn happy, and a lot of you guys know that. Okay, I think most of you probably know that already because you were there. I streamed a couple of times. I am sad that everything kind of fell apart after I became an affiliate, though. It's like, 40 people subscribed to the channel on the very first day, which is insane. Thank you so much to all of you. And then, well, then the internet happened. And like, I couldn't stream properly after that. I streamed like once or twice after that, but the streams were just so bad because of the internet. And since then, since like 2 weeks ago, I haven't streamed properly again. Now, I'm going to talk about why that is in just a little bit, but I want to talk about the whole affiliate thing a tiny bit more before moving on. Okay, so along with the whole affiliate thing, they also just last night, if I'm not mistaken, released achievements on Twitch, and it's awesome. It looks so cool. They've actually got an achievement interface in the Twitch backend, which shows you how close you are to either getting affiliate status, or after that, how close you are to getting partner status. And it's awesome because I can now see on a system that I think is, it's obviously something that everyone knows. You've seen achievements in games. You know, I can now see on this site, in a very easy to understand way, how close I am to becoming a partner, which is one step up from being an affiliate. So right now, you can subscribe to me on Twitch for, well, a certain amount of dollars or euros or whatever it is, or for free if you have Twitch Prime. You get that 1 sub a month. You can do that to me, and you can support me that way. You can also use bits to cheer. The subs come in 3 tiers. It's a $5 one, a $10 one, and a $25 one. I've got a whole bunch. I think it's like 39 or 45 or something like that, regular subs. And then there's actually one tier 3 sub, which is the $25 one. Thank you, Luis. It's much appreciated. It's amazing. I get 3 emote slots now as well on Twitch, which is the regular one, which everyone gets access to. All subs get access to it. And then there's a $10 one and $25 one, which are like sort of premium emote slots. So you can actually use my emote out in the wild now. I've put some amazing emotes in there already. Super Kiak helped me with that. We're still working on them. Like I've submitted them all. They should be up by the time I stream again. And I want to just hear feedback. So when I do stream again, you guys can test them out, take them for a test run and see how they feel. You know, then we can work on it going forward. But that's another thing that's there now as an affiliate. I've got that. I can also be cheered at. You can use bits to cheer on the channel. And then there's a few other things, okay, as an affiliate that you get access to. If you become a full-fledged partner, then you can customize and use more emotes. You can actually change your prefix for the emotes. Because right now, you have to type Tails02. So Tails02 and then the emote name. So I've got a Illuminati emote. So you have to type Tails02 in chat. Tails02 Illuminati to use the emote, which is kind of stupid. But they don't allow affiliates to change that prefix. So once I'm actually a partner, I can make that TOL. Just TOL and then Luminati, or TOL Nero, or I can make it Lumin Nero, or whatever I feel like. I can actually change that. Then also as a partner, I think you just get a better deal. Like you get your money paid out to you within 30 days instead of within 60 days. You probably get a slightly larger cut, and Twitch takes a slightly smaller cut if you're a partner. You sometimes get featured on their homepage, which is awesome. You get to opt into game deals that they give you, where I can get a game for free from them, and then I play it, and then if you guys want to support the stream and the devs of the game or whatever, you can buy the game through Twitch, and then I get a cut of that as well, which is awesome. It's like full sellout mode. Then I can also run t-shirt campaigns through Twitch and a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, obviously being a partner is amazing, and what's even more amazing is through your support, I was like 80% of the way to being a partner already, which is super mind-blowing. It's like I've got all the achievements required except 75 concurrent viewers for an average of 30 days or something like that. 75 average viewers for 30 days, I think it is. Something like that. And if this whole achievement thing had come out back in like November, December of last year, I would have had that no problem. I probably would have been a partner already. It's just for the past couple of streams, or the past month or two, my streams have not been amazing. People they've, you know, joined the stream. I've had up to 90 viewers at one point, but then people leave again when it starts lagging or when I disconnect or whatever, so it's been tough. But, you know, the great news is, it seems like it's something I'll easily be able to achieve. And that's, once again, mostly due to you guys. So, if you want to join the Illuminati, if you want to start supporting the channel now in its infancy, because it is in its infancy, if you want to get in on the ground floor, then head on over to Twitch TV, check the channel out, subscribe if you want to. Hopefully I'm going to be streaming in the future, but like I will be streaming in the future. Hopefully I'm going to be streaming in the not too distant future, and hopefully I'm going to be streaming a whole lot, so it'll be worth it for you to subscribe to the channel, and well, it'll just be amazing. Okay, so you can do that. You can do that. That's all the good news out of the way. Now we can move on. Oof. Now we can move on to the slightly more negative internet-related stuff. So I kind of explained this on like Discord to a few people. I sort of mentioned it on Twitter, and then we spoke about it briefly on Twitch as well while I was having all these issues. But I switched ISPs. Okay, we switched away from the dudes who gave us our connection initially here to a different ISP, the local ones here, like another group of people who do pretty much the same thing, but they offered us a better service. Okay, so they said, no, these guys you're with right now, Lumin, they're terrible. They no good. They're no good. We'll offer you something way better. And I was like, well, you know, I mean, geez, will you? It's still a wireless connection. Is it going to be that much better? They're like, no, of course it's going to be better. We know our stuff. Those guys don't know their stuff. So I was like, okay, sold. Fine, let's give it a try. I told them let's give it a try. And they were like, okay, trial period. 2 weeks. You get 2 weeks for free. You can, you know, give it a go. You can give us feedback. You can speak to us about it. And I was like, cool, that sounds great. Okay, so then I told them, do it. Come on, install it. Then they came, they installed it. Okay, so it's a different dish. It's apparently a newer dish. They put it in there. They installed it up on our chimney upstairs. They were all happy and stuff because they did a speed test here. It was looking good or whatever. And then I started testing it. Okay, and I even streamed once or twice with it. And it looked alright. It looked alright, but then I noticed a few things. Like, for instance, the latency was way higher than the connection we were on before. So like 30, 40, 50 ms higher locally, which is crazy. This connection we're on right now has 5 ms on the first jump to the tower up on the hill over there. The other one that we had, okay, I say had, that kind of spoils things. These new people's connection, it had like 40 to the first one, and they were like, no, that's the spectrum analyzing, balancing module on the dish that's making sure it's always stable and this and that and all sorts of other nerdy mumbo jumbo. They spat some crazy stuff at me. Okay, and they were like, this is why it's happening. And I was like, okay, guys, okay. Latency in games is terrible. It's all over the place. But if you say it's for a reason, then cool. Whatever. That's where it all started. Okay, and then I started testing. Then I realized, whoa. when it gets to like prime time, things are slowing down. And they're like, no, but we're at 10% capacity. But lo and behold, 5 p.m. comes along when everyone gets home from work and they turn on their Showmax and their Netflix and their Amazon Video and all the other crap like that, or when the kids start playing on their PlayStations and turning their Xboxes on and letting those updates run, or whatever happens, you know, prime time, the connection just tanks. It nosedives hard, okay? And I tested, and it was definitely something capacity related. Like every time prime time came along, maybe the airwaves were all clogged up and things just stopped working. The connection was pretty awesome for like the first 5 days, maybe up to a week or so. It was pretty great. It worked nicely. I sort of saw slightly better results during the day than I did at night. But regardless, it felt okay. But then after the first week, then things just got even worse. Prime time was even worse. It was still a 10 meg up, 10 meg down connection. The daytime streams that I was considering doing, they started looking worse as well. I basically couldn't stream anymore. And I was constantly on them, okay? So they had a support line that I could message, and I messaged them a lot, okay? I messaged them a lot, and I sent them graphs. I sent them charts. I sent them trace routes. I sent them all the details they could ever need. Everything. I sent it to them. I gave them all the proof. I told them, listen here. This is what your connection looks like right now. This right here is what the other people's connections, the one you smack talked, the ones you bad-mouthed so horribly. This is what their connection looks like right now, and it's actually looking way better than yours. And they're like, what? Fake news. I don't know. They didn't actually say that, okay? But they were flabbergasted, and then they were trying, and they were like, okay, we can install a new dish for you because we didn't give you the best one. And then it came out that they couldn't actually install a new dish. The new dish would only allow them to see that there was something wrong. And they were like, yes, Lumin, there's something wrong. This is not a good connection. And I was like, yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's not a good connection. And they were like, yeah, it's not a good connection, and we're not sure what it is. We're running at 10% capacity or something. Why is this happening? They started asking me, and I was like, I don't know. You're the ones I'm supposed to be asking. So I kept bothering their tech guys. Their tech guys started running lower and lower on answers. They couldn't tell me anything anymore. They just had no idea what was going on. No idea. They couldn't pinpoint any issues. I asked them what, like how many people I'm sharing my connection with. Okay, so what the contention ratio is. And they were like, no, it's low, and they didn't want to give me specific numbers and stuff. Then I spoke to a different guy in town, and he says, no, when they tell you it's 5-1, it's actually 15-1. They're lying. And he told me that those guys, the new dudes I was dealing with, they were liars. He told me that the old guys I was dealing with were also liars, and everyone just lies to all their customers, and man, it was just... Anyway, okay, so then I got a call from them. And they were like, listen here, Lumin. This is not working out. We've discussed it with the team, and we don't think we're the connection for you. We don't think we're the ISP for you. We think you should start seeing different ISPs. So they dumped me. I cannot believe it. I couldn't believe it. I'm still sort of in shock about that, but the ISP, before the little trial period of mine was over, they dumped me. They were just like, no, this guy is too much. So they told me, no, it can't be done. You cannot be pleased. So they dumped me. They legit dumped me. They're gonna come collect their dish soon. It's already been disabled, if I'm not mistaken. The connection itself. They did all they can. They told me, listen, this has never happened before. We've never had anyone complain. And then I told them, well, you've probably never had anyone use the connection in the way that I do. And I told them, now you know. Now you know it's not a beautiful sight to behold if you look at what's going on beneath the surface. But they dumped me. So then I went crawling back to our old ISP, and I told them, listen, I was dumped. I told them those guys, they couldn't handle it. I mean, I know that these people that we were with from the start, they also kind of got sick of me, but they were happy to welcome us back. They gave us a way better deal. The new people that we went to, they would have cost us more than double the amount. More than double. For the same kind of connection that was way worse at certain times. Sometimes it was better, but it was way worse at certain times, and they wanted to charge more than double. It's ridiculous. Okay, so I just had to talk about that. So we switched ISPs to a new ISP, then we switched back again because we were dumped, and that was quite something that I had to experience. Okay, so I went through that over the past 2 weeks. That's been happening here, and I'm still in shock. I still can't believe it. Now, what I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm busy. Okay, I'm trying to get these guys who we currently with to upgrade me to a 20 meg connection. So 20 megs up, 20 megs down. So I'm still having issues with the connection right now. That's why I've not been streaming. I've been testing. Microsoft has failed me, it seems. Like the connection to that switchboard or Joycaster website has been sort of all over the place. I can't really use them properly anymore. So it's kind of off the table now. I'm back on regular Twitch servers with my tests. And what I want to do is I want to try and upgrade my connection to a 20 meg. And I want to see if that extra throughput gives me enough to fall back on so that when the connection starts failing, it doesn't drop quite as far. Now, if you think about it a little, it makes sense. So I'll have 20 megs. This is my 20 meg chunk. Let's say that's the amount that we've got. Me and the other people I'm contending with, because there's always people I'm contending with. That's the amount. So right now I have that much. Okay, I wanna instead have that much, so that when the connection tanks, instead of tanking from there all the way to there, it'll tank maybe, let's say from there down to there. Then I'll still have this amount to deal with. That's the simplest way to explain my thinking right now. But I'm not sure that's how it's gonna work. I want to just see. Okay, I want to see if that extra 10 meg up makes any difference whatsoever. It might not. It probably won't. But these guys that we're currently with, they are understanding. They know what I'm doing. They know it's not easy, and they know that it might not work. But they are also, they're helpful. They want to do things to see if they can make it as good as possible for us. So then they were quick to agree to it. They haven't upgraded it yet. They said it's a simple flick of the switch if we have a good enough signal and if basically everything here allows for it. So they'll do it free of charge for a couple of days so I can test, and then if it's actually good, then I'll upgrade officially and I'll start paying them a little bit more. And that's amazing. Okay, so that's the one thing I'm working on right now. It's probably not going to yield any results, but I still want to try it. I want to try everything I possibly can. Okay, so I'm going to give that a try. The other thing is I'm trying desperately to get someone to install a wired connection here. Because if I get a wired connection, I actually have a dude that I spoke to a little while ago, well, about six to 8 months ago, who lived in a place called PE, Port Elizabeth. It's like up the coast from here, but it's reasonably close. Okay, and he found a decent enough way to stream to Twitch and get great results. But he said you need a wired connection for it, and you need to be able to like install your own custom router and do a few things. You know, tweak a few things under the hood, and then you'll get a good enough connection. He didn't explain it all to me. He said, you know, once I get a wired connection installed, then it's an option. Then it's something I can do. And he said, once I get that, I'm gonna speak to him. I've contacted him. I haven't been able to reach him recently, but that's something that I want to do. I want to get a wired connection here. That's like the end game at the moment. I want to get a wired connection here, and then I want to see if I can fiddle with it. I'm assuming it's got something to do with the routes and the shaping and this and that on the connection. Maybe he knows a really good ISP that doesn't shape their customers as well. I don't know what his secret was, but I actually watched him test stream for maybe an hour or so, and it was the most flawless and most beautiful thing I've ever seen. He showed me his Twitch test results. He showed me all sorts of things, basically corroborating everything he said. He gave me everything I needed to see to make me happy with that. Okay, so I'm trying to get someone to install a wired connection for us here, but because of the way Telkom works, and because of the way they've monopolized everything here, it's actually illegal for people to lay cables without them giving the go-ahead first. It's rough. Also, obviously, you know, you can't just have someone privately lay a cable for you and then connect you to the Telkom network and then they're just going to be happy with that. No, Telkom has to actually give the go-ahead. Or in certain cases, the other people installing it for them, there's like a bunch of places. It didn't help I mention the names too, but there's like OpenServe and like Vumatel and a bunch of different companies here that lay cables. And none of them are actually able to do it for us right here yet. I'm working on trying to find someone. If I could find someone right now and pay them to actually lay the physical cable, the 600 meters it needs to come, that might solve a lot of problems for me. Okay, then the next thing I'm working on, and there's a lot of stuff, and I'm sorry I'm talking really long here, but there's another thing I'm working on. That's, I'm going to speak to Eileen's father, so my father-in-law. He lives in Cape Town, and he actually lives in a fiber activated, I guess, area. Okay, so he lives in a pretty populated area in Cape Town, a suburb that's, well, definitely lit up on all the maps. He can get a good fiber connection there. I'm going to speak to him and I'm going to ask him what his internet situation is right now, what he's paying per month, and I'm going to ask him if he would ever consider switching to a fiber connection, even if it's a smaller one or whatever. And then if he says yes, and if he's like into this, then maybe we will even pay for the installation of the fiber and for the first month or two or whatever it is, because he can get it month by month, so he can cancel it if he doesn't want it anymore. Maybe we'll pay for them to have it installed there. Then I can go there to Cape Town, to his place, to test, to see if wired fiber will actually be the solution we're looking for. Okay, so then I can go there, I can test all the different servers, I can test to the switchboard site, maybe it works better from there. I can test a couple of different ISPs, which is amazing. Big ISPs here in South Africa, like MWeb or Web Africa or AfriHost, all these weird different, it doesn't help I say the names to you, okay, unless you're South African and you know about these things, but they're big ISPs here, and I could test with all the different ISPs. I can just basically have the end game that I want there, ready and available to test. So I'll go down there for a week or so. I don't know how that would happen or whatever. It's like a 6-hour drive from here, but it's something that I would do because I want to know if it works. He would gladly have me stay there. I'm 100% certain of that. And then I'll test. I will test everything I can. And then if I see, okay, this is it, this is working, then what I'll do is I'll look around here in the town that we're living in right now, and I'll see where we can get fiber, and then we'll look at renting, maybe at potentially moving somewhere, I want to say periodically, but temporarily, to be able to stream properly until we get wired here. So that's something that I'm also trying to make happen now. I'm going to speak to her father tonight. I'm going to speak to him and see if he has anything to say about the internet situation, and maybe we can do it before the Christmas season. Because, like, obviously, when you get to December, no one wants to install any cables. No one wants to put fiber in someone's house. That's, like, way too much work for people so late in the year. So, if I can get that up and running sooner rather than later, maybe I'll have some good stuff there. Like, if he has a great connection at his house, then that's a ray of hope. That's something for me to look forward to. That's something I can work with. You know? That's something really positive. So, that's another thing that I'm working on right now. So I've got a lot going on, and I'm not just sitting here doing nothing, okay? I've got things that I'm trying to work out and things that I'm trying to get up out of the inception phase. Just, I want to get stuff going, okay? And if I can get wired fiber somewhere else here, then maybe we can go somewhere we can rent. It might cost a little bit extra, like, because right now we're staying with my parents. It costs us nothing. They are generous enough to let us stay here, and it's amazing, but we can't get the wired fiber here. So if we know that we can move to this and that place in town here, which is still pretty close, okay, then we'll consider that. Strongly consider. We'll do it, probably, if I know that that wired fiber connection would make it worth it. Because now that I've become an affiliate on Twitch, this is even more important. I don't want to let people down. I feel so terrible that I've not been able to stream. I have like a deep regret in my heart that I've not been on Twitch, that I've not been active, that I've not been out there, like, providing entertainment and fun and pretty much everything a Twitch streamer should be providing for their community. It's something that I feel really badly about. Okay, and it's like it makes me sad every single day that passes that I don't stream. So because of that, I have been trying to test literally everything available to me. I'm actually right now considering streaming at a lower quality. Okay, so I'm probably going to be streaming at a lower bitrate if I do start streaming again, because my tests recently have revealed to me that I might be able to get away with streaming at like 2000 bitrate, maybe 1800, and I might actually just be able to do that fine. Not flawlessly, but watchably. Okay, now 1800 to 2000 bitrate, that's low. That's low. I've been streaming the past couple of times that I streamed, like over the past month. I've been streaming at 3500 to 4000 bitrate, usually 4000. Then I can play anything I want and it looks great. But at 1800 to 2000 bitrate, you can't play high motion stuff. You can't play The Witcher. You can't play Destiny. You can't play anything that has, well, I want to say anything 3D. I wanted to play Mass Effect Andromeda soon. Nope, that'll not happen. I don't want to stream that at anything under 2000 bitrate because it's going to look terrible. It'll be one big smudge. And I just don't feel comfortable streaming at that quality and, well, subjecting you guys to it. I know some of you will say it's not a big deal, you'd watch it at that, but I'm telling you right now, I am not, as a content creator, as someone that strives for a good quality stream and a great experience for everyone involved, that's not something I'm comfortable with doing. So if I do stream at that bitrate, which is a possibility, I will have to play other games. So I know how things work. I know how Twitch works. I know how the bitrate thing works. I've been doing this for a long time. This whole video thing. You know, I know that certain things look good at lower bitrates. I could play Hearthstone all day if I wanted. It would look great. You guys would be able to follow the action easily. I don't want to do that, okay? But there are other games that I could play. You know, I could jump into a few series that I've been wanting to play for a long time. Shadowrun. There's 3 games that I want to play, the new Shadowrun games. That's the Shadowrun Returns, the 2 expansions for it. I haven't played those yet. I could jump into Pillars of Eternity again. Pillars of Eternity 2 comes out soon. That's pretty cool. Could jump into that. You know those old school isometric games where you have that top-down view? That actually looks pretty great, even at 2000 bitrate. Just saying. I could jump into some even older stuff. Could jump into the Torment series, Planescape Torment and Torment Tides of Numenera. Could jump into the old Ultima games that I've been wanting to play. There are a lot of things that I could play. The list goes on. You guys can suggest games if you want that you think would look good at lower bitrate. But if I know I'm streaming at a lower bitrate, I will play games that fit. I won't play games like I mentioned, like The Witcher, which it saddens me. I desperately want to jump into The Witcher again, but I want to stream. I want to stream. And if it means not playing those games right now and getting back to them when I can, that's cool. That's okay. I'll do that. Okay? I'll wait with those so that I can give them to you in good quality and give you a better experience when the time comes. Right now, hey, I think I'd be perfectly happy playing all these other games that I've been waiting to play. There are a lot of games. Okay, just saying, there are a lot of games you can play with a lower bitrate that would look great. So that's the thinking I've been rolling with right now. I've been testing. I've seen some decent results to the Italian Twitch server, and it's a little all over the place. Okay, there are going to be times when the internet just dies for no reason, when the server just dies for no reason, but it's something that I feel like we will push through. We will persevere. So I do think I might start streaming soon. I've also been toying around, and I mentioned this earlier, with the idea of streaming a little bit earlier in the day. Just because that is firstly, in some ways, more comfortable for me. Because I don't need to sit here falling asleep, well, half dead at night, because I've had the whole day already, and then I'm only 12 hours into my day starting to stream. It's a little difficult streaming when you're super tired, but I'd still be perfectly happy with it. Currently, my peak time is 9 PM, so it would make a lot of sense for me to keep the same times, because it just works. chances are I will stream at the same time. I'm just saying I've been toying around with the idea because the internet seems to be slightly more stable during the day, our time. I've been toying around with the idea of streaming at daytimes, like a completely different schedule basically. But that's not set in stone yet. I do think if I do start streaming soon, it will probably be at the regular times again, just because I think it's just better for the channel's health overall. But I know a lot of people do make it work, and that's something I again want to discuss with you guys. It's something that we need to talk about as a group. We need to have this discussion. Which times would suit you the most, which you'd be happiest with, and so on and so forth. I know big streamers, some big streamers make it. They do that. You know, you can be the king of daytime TV easily. It's something you can do. You can stream at any time, and you will find an audience. But if your audience prefers a certain time over a different time, you pick that time because you're there for the people. You're there for the people that want to be there for you, and if you can do anything in your power to make it better for them, you do it. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that. I can't confirm anything yet. I can't say, okay, this is the plan. I don't know yet. But like I said, I will probably start streaming at the regular time again soon, and we'll just see how it goes. I might be a little tired. I might be. It's just, again, like, here, it's kind of tough in this household not being woken up at 6 or 7 or 8 in the morning. There's a lot of activity. There are a lot of dogs that bark. It's madness. Man, it's madness. So I don't get to sleep very late. And, well, that kind of sucks. It's also impossible napping here again because of the dogs and because of the noise. We've got construction everywhere again during the day. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So I've spoken about a lot of stuff. I've got a lot of stuff that I'm excited about, like the affiliate status on Twitch, the amount of you guys that subscribed to support the channel, and myself and Helene and Nero, and I appreciate that. Seriously, I do. It's been amazing. And I think that's, once again, just like the start of things to come. I told you guys this is the ground floor. This is just where we're starting out. Greatness lies ahead. I promise you that. And those of you that get in now, you'll be glad that you did. I'm just putting that out there. So check the channel out. Visit when I start streaming again. Join us. We have the most amazing community ever. All of you dudes. You're amazing. So I want as many people as possible to come and join in on that. It's good stuff. So there's that. There's that stuff that I'm excited about. But then there's also the negative stuff, like the internet that's kind of sucking. We've got rain here for the next 2 days, I think. And we've had rain for the past, well, day and a half. And it's been tough. It's been tough. When rain affects your internet connection, you know your connection's terrible. You know that. So I'm working on all this internet stuff. I'm trying to get the wired connection set up here. I'm trying to do the stuff with Helene's father. I am still working with our current ISP to see if I can improve things immediately right now. And if none of that works out, if it happens that we can't stream from here, I can't make it work from anywhere in South Africa, then we will obviously consider moving elsewhere. I mentioned many times before, it's something that's not off the table. It would be easier. You know, I dream about the day of one day just clicking stream, go live, and then just closing the graphs, never looking at them and not worrying. Ending my stream 6 to 8 hours later, seeing 0 frames dropped. Perfect connection. I dream of that. I do. But I also want a good life for my boy Nero and my wife, and I want to be close to family. I want to be able to support people, and it's easier doing that here in South Africa. So, the whole moving overseas thing, it's not off the table, but it's something that I want to make sure it's a last resort. Okay? We're actually going to Cape Town soon for our passports as well. We're going to get our myself and my sister, our German passports. We will be able to go to Germany. Well, actually, German passport will probably get you into pretty much all of Europe, right? We'll be able to go to anywhere in Europe for as long as we want, not too long from now. So that's great. So all of you that were just about to type down there, or maybe you've already done it, Maybe you've already said, hey, just move to Europe, or move to the US, or move to Australia, or move literally anywhere else in the world that's not in Africa. I have considered that. Don't worry, your voice has been heard. Okay, so I think I'm finally done. Thanks for watching. I want input from you guys. I want lots of input from you guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me if, you know, any of my ideas are terrible. Tell me what you think I should be doing. Tell me if I've kind of missed something, or if there's something that I could do to improve our situation here. Whatever, just tell me. Tell me things. Even if you just want to tell me that, you know, it's good to hear from me. Or if you want to tell me that, hey, you subscribe to the channel, the Twitch TV channel, say that below. Or, well, if you like my beard, say that. Whatever, just say something. Because I like hearing from you guys. That warms the heart. It really does. So, again, I hope to be streaming soon. I think I will probably be live within the next day or two. I'm saying that now. I'm hoping it's the true, because I want it to happen. Again, even if I have to stream at a lower quality, I'm going to make it happen. It's going to be amazing. We're going to enjoy ourselves tremendously. It's going to be great. We'll get to the other games when we get to them. We'll play what we can when we can. We'll make it work. Yes. So there you go. Check back here soon for more. I'm working on stuff for the YouTube channel, don't worry. I'm probably going to have the Destiny playthrough going up here soon. I'm still going to have Witcher going up as well. I will get to Fallout and to everything else that I've... Yeah, I still have to finish Prey and Fallout, I know. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. Check back here soon for more. Give us one a like, share it, and do all that good stuff. I don't know if you can share it and like it and stuff on Twitch, but just do whatever you want. Okay? Okay. So there. I'm done. Happy that.